Magandang araw mga kaibigan. Ito, gusto kong i-share sa inyo ang interview ng isang Filipino journalist sa dalawang Chinese professors. Lumalabas ngayon na in a very subtle way, gumagalaw ang China para tulungan ang ating mahal na Tatay Digong. Yung ipinunla kung ano ang iyong itinanim, yun ang aanihin mo. Ang ating Tatay Digong, hindi niya kinalaban ang China nung panahon niya. But, wala siyang sinurrender ni isang teritoryo. Kailang nakipagkaibigan. Dahil sa magandang relasyon niya sa China nung panahon niya, ito ngayon, ang China gumagalaw. Okay, so pakinggan muna natin itong interview. Pakinggan niyo itong mga dalawang Chinese professors para kay Tatay Digong.
With Chinese attitude and relation with President Duterte. Yeah, because at his presidency for 6 years, China-Filipino relation became actually very harmonized, especially on the problem of dispute over the islands or shores.
In the West Philippine Sea.
Yeah. Although the International Tribunal made the ruling 2016, but it basically didn't impact President Duterte's good relation with Beijing. So China's very negative reaction about this arrest.
Negative reaction.
It is very consistent with the relation. Yeah.
Right, and Professor Su, so then can we say it's pretty definitive, conclusive, the accusations that have been brought against Duterte, suspected of being bought by China, in China's pocket, now China defending his arrest. Does it prove that those accusations were true?
It really depends, but there is another thing that China really wants to do is to send a signal to some Chinese partner countries that if you so for example, if you build a very good relationship with us, and it's likely that when you get into trouble, we will try to defend you against this international criticisms, and it also serves as a kind of an authority to the Western-led international order. So I think
is it effective, Professor Su, to have this Chinese statement or backing? Is it not more the kiss of death?
Yeah, well, probably effective for some countries that was controlled or ruled by the authoritarian governments, because they indeed need some sort of external support to justify their rule, right? And so it's in that sense, China might help in terms of helping them to maintain power.
Okay, so, yun. Pinuri ng dalawang Chinese professor yung diplomatic effort ni PRRD nung panahon niya na magandang relasyon kahit merong agawan sa teritoryo. Take note walang na-surrender, walang nawala na teritoryo natin o ano. And let me be clear, hindi ako pro-China. Against ako sa ginagawa ng China, yung binubuli tayo. Kailang be practical, wala tayong magawa sa ngayon. Magpalakas muna tayo bago tayo mag-angas-angasan. Paano? Ngayon, paano tayo magpalakas? Walang modernization program ng AFP. 3 taon nang wala. 0. Oh, so sino ang pro-China ngayon? Di yung sinisiro ang panahon ni PRRD. Kompleto ang pundo ng modernization fund. Nakakabili tayo ng mga kagamitan. So, there is pressure from ang nangyayari ngayon dahil nagre-react ang China eh. Una, salita niya sa ICC parang warning na you should be fair. Sabi niya. Tapos ito, yung issue, yung pinalabas ng GMA News na nag-apply daw ng asylum si PRRD sa China. O di, napahiya sila ngayon. Dahil mismo ang Chinese Foreign Ministry nagsabi na walang application ng asylum na natanggap nila. Very clear. So ngayon ito, mga professors. So, wag po kayong mag-alala mga kaibigan. Maraming kaalyansa ni PRRD, hindi lang tayo mga Pilipino. Maraming nakikisimpatya sa kanya, hindi lang Chinese, other nationals. Okay, magbasa lang tayo ng mga comments ha. Ito, si Monday Mad Hatter, sabi niya, I can actually feel inaalalayan ng China si PRRD in a very subtle ways. In these dark times, it's like China is saying, we're here. At first, they put in pressure sa ICC that they had better be fair during the trial. Warning na, no? Dapat maging kayo. It's a fair warning. Second, they were quick to refute that PRRD don't apply for asylum, which now removes the malice smeared on PRRD's reputation. Plus, nag-backfire sa kanila, and now they are revealed as bunch of liars. Third, there are Chinese news outlets that are writing about or posting about PRRD's situation, voicing out the truth. Like how Filipinos around the world are rallying in support of him instead of concealing the truth and adding malice, and continues to post from time to time. Some even sound like they're subtly justifying him. This is important because by doing so, it will keep the issue afloat, especially on the international platform. It will also shield PRRD from being thought of by the world as a monster. Instead, it will make the foreign audience realize, mukhang hindi siya ang problema. Dahil mahal siya ng tao, so this must be just a political persecution. Ang galing. And that's exactly what's happening. The good thing about it also is that now, the drug issue is revealed to the world. They didn't have to do these things. They didn't have to care because PRRD is no longer in power. But it seems they have cherished their friendship with him up to this day. They were the first to speak up. I am grateful. Thank you, Lord. So, ito pa. Ganda. Grace Pasukin. The full interview also discussed the espionage happened sa trunk ng kotse at coconut tree. At Ariel Malyaret. True, BBM administration just made PRRD world famous. In contrast, Marcos' legacy is known as notorious and infamous. So, relax lang tayo mga kaibigan. Sabi nga ni PRRD, may hangganan ang lahat. There will always be a day of reckoning. Salamat sa dalawang professors, Chinese professors, na nagpahayag ng saloobin tungkol sa ating mahal na PRRD. Okay, salamat sa inyong pagsubaybay sa ating